Hi everybody, welcome to Gamescom 2010. I'm glad you could all make it out. There's some familiar faces here, some people I don't know. Hopefully I get to meet you today. There's a lot more people in here than I expected, because I was told there was 12 PCs, so I thought there would only be 12 people in here. So it's a little bigger than I expected. But that's good news, that's not anything bad. Today we're going to talk about multiplayer. I'm Nathan Camarillo, the executive producer on Crysis 2. We're going to give you a little overview of what multiplayer is, and then you guys will get to play as well. Did you guys get to see the show floor or anything, the booth, or the 3D movie? Did you get to see this at the big Crysis 2 booth? Hope you did. It's really cool. The 3D trailers are awesome, and the line now is very long. That's also a good sign, but not good for you if you haven't seen it yet, because you'll have to wait a while to get in. So let's talk about some multiplayer. At Gamescom, we're really happy that we're doing the world premiere multiplayer. For the first time, we haven't been talking about it. We haven't shown it to anybody. We haven't done any press on it. This is the big reveal here in our home of Germany. So if you just go ahead to the next slide for me. So there's some important things. If you could maybe we can dim the lights just a little bit. It's a little hard to hear you. Just a little bit of mood lighting. And you guys can all hear me? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, so the important thing is we want you to be the weapon. With the nanosuit, it completely changes the way that you play multiplayer. When you play multiplayer in Crysis 2, you may notice that it feels very familiar to games that you've already played, like any number of good community games out there, like Call of Duty or Battlefield Bad Company 2, these kind of modern military shooters. But what makes Crysis 2 different is the nanosuit. And what the nanosuit does is it gives you two temporary powers that you can use at any point in time. They're extremely powerful. One of them's cloak and one of them's armor. And if you're playing on console, it's very reactionary. It's right there on the controls, same on the keyboard. Right where your WASD keys are, you have access to both of them right above your strafing keys. So in the middle of action, you can instantaneously turn this on and react to what the game environment is throwing at you. The other thing about the nanosuit as well is it's extremely mobile, and you can move really quickly and fluidly throughout the environment. So you play a lot of ground pounders. The problem is when you're running through the levels, if you want to go one floor higher, typically you have to find a stairwell or a ladder to climb up, and that's not the case in Crysis 2. The nanosuit allows you to jump higher and move faster than in other games. So you can jump on top of like a one-story building or one story height difference. And if it's about a story and a half high, if you can look at it, you can see it, chances are you can get there. So you jump and you'll automatically grab it and ledge grab. So this gets you to combat faster, which is what you want to do. And that pace is slightly faster than most of the games that you're used to playing, because if you know how to use a nanosuit, you can get into the action really fast. But on the other side, the pacing is a little bit, just slightly slower than other games. So it's not, the nanosuit, we want you to feel like it protects you, that it's giving you some kind of advantage in battle, and it's saving your life. So it doesn't make sense if you get shot by a 3-round burst and you fall over. It's going to take just a little bit more, but not so much that you're a bullet sponge. And the reason for that is we want to give you this really small window of opportunity in there where you can use the powers of this suit to become an escape artist. So there's situational times when you'll be attacked by enemies or whatever, and you think, oh man, quickly you turn on armor and it saves your life, and you're able to turn the tide in a really quick fashion that you don't get to do in other games. So not only can you get into combat and get into the action faster, there's times that you can use opportunity to escape. And the other good thing about the nanosuit, now this time in Crysis 2, it's completely customizable. And over the course of playing multiplayer, you get a lot of, this is part of our Y and D progression, you get a lot of unlocks as you're playing the game. And you unlock a lot of different weapons, a lot of different attachments, and a lot of different modules. What the modules do is they give you small incremental boosts to what your suit already does. So it pushes the stealth gameplay, the armor gameplay, or weapon gameplay even further. And you unlock these based on how you play. So we give you experience in different areas. You'll see this on the screens. But by giving you experience in specific areas, we unlock and promote your style of play. So if you like playing like a super action hero that jumps into combat and wants to take on 10 people at once, this is how you play. This is how you will unlock additional modules that support that style of gameplay. If you play balanced, you'll unlock them more evenly. If you like to play stealthy and sneaky, you're going to get those first. So it's up to you how you unlock them, but we really want to promote that style of game and gameplay in the gamers. And the modules that you choose to take into combat with you are sometimes that little defining bit that gives you that time to react and become the escape artist as well. Another good thing is that it's in New York City, so we have this awesome sandbox. The topologies of the map are really layered and just slightly layered. So you can use that mobility that I'm talking about. And when you're moving fluidly through the environment, it should feel like parkour with guns. Like you're urban guy that can jump from building to building and jump up on stuff like the parkour stunt guys do. Crytek UK. And for any of you who are familiar with them, they used to be the Free Radical guys. And they did, last console generation, they did the Time Splitter series of games, and this is a really good multiplayer if you guys ever played it back then. With your friends on the couch, you know, with playing with on the PS2, 4-player split screen and stuff like this. These guys really know what they're doing, and we really wanted to take multiplayer this time in Crysis much further than it had been in Crysis 1. So in order to do that, you know, we needed to staff up in order to build a team that could create the kind of multiplayer that we wanted to create. And you don't just go hire, you know, 30, 40 people off the street that know how to make multiplayer. I mean, that's a really hard process to hire even a guy who can make a good multiplayer level. But some time ago, about a year ago, January, their company ran into some troubles. It was a hard time in the video game industry, and they were looking for someone to join forces with to make a really great game. And we were looking